Did you know that there are 5 vitamins widely consumed by seniors that dose after dose are silently damaging the heart? You might be taking one or more of them right now, thinking you're helping your health, when in reality, you're putting the most vital organ in your body at risk. As a heart surgeon, I've seen firsthand the consequences of this uninformed consumption. I've been in the operating room trying to repair damage caused by years of misguided supplementation. I've spoken to families who couldn't understand how someone seemingly healthy suffered a sudden cardiac collapse without obvious prior signs. And I can tell you, this doesn't have to happen to you. This video is a warning, but also an opportunity. Here, I will reveal the 5 vitamins that most harm seniors' hearts, explain why they are so dangerous, show the types of damage they cause in the body, and, most importantly, teach you what changes you can make to protect your health. And listen closely. We're not just talking about high or abusive doses. Even small daily amounts over months and years can create a devastating cumulative effect. That's because, after age 60, the body undergoes changes that alter metabolism, absorption, and sensitivity to nutrients. What was once neutral or even beneficial can turn into silent poison. Unfortunately, the supplement industry doesn't tell this story. It sells the idea that natural is always safe, that vitamins never do harm, and that the more the better. But medical science shows a different reality. Many of these substances, when taken unnecessarily, excessively, or without proper guidance, interact with medications, overload the heart, and increase the risk of arrhythmias, hypertension, and even heart failure. That's why I urge you to stay with me until the end of this video. I won't just list 5 names and leave it at that. I'll explain what happens inside your body, what warning signs to watch for, how you can take action right now, and what alternatives exist to keep your heart healthy and strong without unnecessary risks. And of course, take a moment to subscribe to the channel, turn on the notification bell, and share this video with someone you love. Many people don't know they're taking dangerous vitamins, and you might be the person who helps them change course before it's too late. Before I reveal which 5 vitamins can silently destroy the heart, I want you to understand the bigger picture. This isn't just a matter of wrong vitamin or dangerous supplement. It's about how the aging body changes and how it reacts differently to substances that once seemed harmless. After age 60, the cardiovascular system goes through natural transformations. Arteries become less elastic. The heart has to work harder to pump blood. Blood pressure tends to rise, cellular regeneration slows down, and the body often has to handle multiple medications, drugs for blood pressure, cholesterol, diabetes, anticoagulants, and more. This combination creates an unstable environment where any new element can trigger a chain reaction. That's exactly where these dangerous vitamins come in. Many people think that because they're natural, they can't cause harm. But that's a huge myth. Vitamins are bioactive substances, meaning they have real chemical effects on tissues, organs, and metabolism. When consumed unnecessarily or in doses above recommended levels, they stop acting as allies and become silent enemies. For example, did you know that some vitamins increase the risk of excessive blood clotting, raising the chance of a thrombus? Others dangerously elevate heart rate, forcing the heart to work harder than necessary. Some, when taken in excess, deposit calcium in the arteries, hardening the vessels and increasing the risk of hypertension and heart attacks. The bigger problem is that all of this happens gradually, without clear symptoms at first. You don't feel pain, you don't notice immediate changes, and when the first signs appear, shortness of breath, fatigue, palpitations, unstable blood pressure, the damage may already be advanced. That's why this video isn't just a list of forbidden names. It's a call to awareness. It's time to stop blindly believing in labels, advertisements, or advice from friends who lack medical training. It's time to understand that, especially after age 60, less can be more. Supplementing should only happen based on tests, diagnoses, and professional guidance. In the next sections, I'll tell you which 5 vitamins, dose after dose, are putting your heart at risk, and I'll explain exactly why. Get ready, because this information could completely change the way you care for your cardiovascular health moving forward. Now that you understand the context and why certain supplements can be dangerous for people over 60, we need to clarify how we'll approach this information. It's not enough for me to simply hand you a list of 5 names and leave it at that. That would be too shallow and wouldn't help you make informed decisions about your health. Each of these vitamins has a specific role in the body. Some are essential in small amounts, but become toxic when consumed without control. Others may even be unnecessary because they're already present at sufficient levels in your diet, and supplementation ends up overloading the body. And most importantly, each vitamin interacts differently with common medications like blood pressure drugs, anticoagulants, diuretics, and cholesterol medications. So for each of these 5 vitamins, I'm going to explain 4 key points. What its natural function is in the body. Why, after age 60, it can become dangerous for the heart. What warning signs you should watch for if you're already using it. What safer alternatives exist to care for your heart without unnecessary supplements. The goal here isn't to create panic or make you stop everything immediately, but to help you understand that supplementation decisions need to be based on knowledge, lab tests, and medical guidance, not on trends or generic recommendations. Now let's dive directly into the list of 5 vitamins that, although they may seem harmless, could be putting your heart in danger with every dose. Remember, we're not saying these vitamins are always bad or that they should be eliminated from your diet. The problem arises when they're consumed excessively, unnecessarily through supplements, without medical evaluation and over long periods. For each one, I'll explain its natural role in the body, why it becomes dangerous after age 60, what warning signs to watch for, and finally, what you can do more safely to protect your heart health. Let's begin. Vitamin A, the silent danger of excess. Vitamin A is well known for its essential role in vision health, the immune system, and skin. It's naturally found in foods like carrots, pumpkin, liver, egg yolk, and whole milk. In balanced amounts, it's vital for the body. The problem arises when there's too much. After age 60, the body's ability to store and metabolize vitamin A changes. Because it's fat-soluble, meaning it's stored in fat reserves, the body can't simply eliminate it through urine like some water-soluble vitamins. This buildup can lead to a condition called hypervitaminosis A, which causes symptoms like dizziness, nausea, joint pain, bone weakening, and most importantly, liver overload and changes in intracranial pressure. The impact on the heart happens because excess vitamin A can lead to artery stiffening, encouraging calcium deposits and reducing vascular elasticity. This means more work for the heart, a higher risk of hypertension, and an increased chance of heart failure over time. Additionally, many seniors take combined supplements that include high doses of vitamin A without realizing it. If you already eat a diet rich in colorful vegetables, supplementation is rarely necessary. The safest alternative is to get vitamin A naturally from food, respecting daily limits and avoiding supplements without a prescription. Vitamin E, from protective antioxidant to cardiac threat. Vitamin E has gained fame over recent decades as a powerful antioxidant, capable of fighting free radicals and protecting cells from premature aging. That's why many seniors began taking it in capsule form, believing they were boosting their heart and brain health. But there's a dangerous side to this story. At high doses, vitamin E thins the blood, reducing its ability to clot. This might sound good because it lowers the risk of clot formation, but for seniors already taking anticoagulant medications like aspirin or warfarin, it creates a double risk. The blood can become too thin, increasing the risk of internal bleeding, gastrointestinal hemorrhages, and hemorrhagic strokes. Moreover, studies show that excessive vitamin E supplementation can increase the risk of heart failure in people with pre-existing heart problems. Instead of protecting, too much of this antioxidant can create an imbalance that harms cardiac muscle function. If you already consume nuts, seeds, vegetable oils, and dark green vegetables regularly, you're probably getting all the vitamin E you need. Supplementation should only be done under medical supervision after tests confirm a real deficiency. Vitamin D, the trap of hidden excess. Vitamin D is famous for its essential role in bone health. It helps absorb calcium and phosphorus, keeping bones strong and preventing osteoporosis. But what many people don't know is that when consumed in excess, vitamin D becomes toxic, and the impact on the heart can be devastating. Excess vitamin D dangerously raises calcium levels in the blood, causing hypercalcemia. This can result in calcium deposits in soft tissues, including the coronary arteries that supply the heart. This vascular hardening increases the risk of hypertension, arrhythmias, and serious cardiac events. Additionally, excess calcium can damage the kidneys, creating a cycle of strain on the body. After age 60, many seniors start taking vitamin D supplements unnecessarily, thinking it automatically strengthens the bones. The problem is that many people are already getting vitamin D from food, such as fortified dairy and fatty fish, and sun exposure, and adding capsules pushes the total level into dangerous territory. The ideal approach is always to measure blood levels before supplementing. Replacement should only be done based on test results and controlled doses, avoiding unnecessary risks. Vitamin B6. When excess disrupts heart rhythm. Vitamin B6 is involved in hundreds of metabolic processes, including the production of neurotransmitters and the regulation of the nervous system. In appropriate doses, it helps maintain bodily balance, but in excess, it can have neurotoxic effects and, surprisingly, also affect the heart. Studies show that excess vitamin B6, usually from isolated supplements or overly potent multivitamin complexes, can cause peripheral neuropathy, leading to numbness, tingling, and loss of sensation. But few know that it can also interfere with the heart's electrical transmission, triggering dangerous arrhythmias, palpitations, and episodes of tachycardia. The risk is even greater when a person is already taking medications to control blood pressure or treat heart disease. Excess vitamin B6 can alter the metabolism of these drugs, reducing their effectiveness or amplifying adverse effects. The ideal dose is usually achieved through diet alone, with sources like lean meats, bananas, potatoes, and whole grains. Supplementing only makes sense in cases of proven deficiency. Vitamin K, the hidden risk for those using anticoagulants. Vitamin K plays an essential role in blood clotting, helping the body form clots and stop bleeding. In young, healthy people, it's vital. But in seniors who use anticoagulant medications, such as warfarin or other vitamin K antagonists, any change in vitamin K intake can completely disrupt treatment. If vitamin K intake increases unchecked, the anticoagulant's effect diminishes, and the risk of thrombosis rises. This means a higher chance of clot formation in the coronary arteries, drastically raising the risk of heart attack and stroke. On the other hand, if vitamin K intake drops dramatically, the blood can become too thin, increasing the risk of severe bleeding. The key point here is maintaining stability. It's not necessary to avoid foods rich in vitamin K, such as dark leafy greens, but it is crucial to keep the daily amount consistent and never start supplements without consulting your doctor. The balance between vitamin K and anticoagulant medications is delicate and must be closely monitored. After understanding which 5 vitamins can put your heart at risk when consumed unnecessarily, an essential question arises: what can I do to protect my heart without relying on dangerous supplements? The good news is that there are many safe, scientifically proven ways to care for your heart and keep your cardiovascular health in check. And they don't involve magic pills or expensive products. They involve simple, accessible practices that anyone can start adopting today. The first major pillar is balanced nutrition. Instead of seeking isolated nutrients in capsules, aim to get vitamins and minerals directly from natural foods. That's because foods offer not only the isolated nutrient, but also fibers, phytochemicals, antioxidants, and compounds that work together in the body, creating a global protective effect. For example, a diet rich in dark leafy greens, colorful fruits, a variety of vegetables, whole grains, nuts, seeds, and fatty fish provides most of the vitamins and minerals needed daily. Additionally, these foods help reduce inflammation, control cholesterol, regulate blood pressure, and keep blood vessels healthy, all without the risks associated with megadoses of supplements. The second pillar is daily movement. The heart is a muscle, And like any muscle, it needs stimulation to stay strong. Light walks, moderate exercise, dancing, gardening, group activities, all of this counts. Studies show that even 30 minutes of physical activity per day significantly reduces the risk of cardiovascular diseases. And it doesn't have to be intense. What matters most is consistency. Another crucial factor is restorative sleep. The heart works non-stop 24 hours a day, and during sleep it goes through an essential recovery period. Poor sleep increases blood pressure, raises cortisol levels, the stress hormone, and overloads the cardiovascular system. Set regular sleep schedules, create a calm and quiet environment, and avoid stimulants close to bedtime. Additionally, we can't forget about managing emotional stress. Chronic stress is a silent enemy of the heart, associated with a higher risk of hypertension, arrhythmias, and cardiac events. Techniques like deep breathing, meditation, prayer, leisure activities, positive social interaction, and even enjoyable hobbies are powerful tools to maintain emotional balance and protect the heart. Lastly, and perhaps most importantly, keep regular medical checkups. Do your checkups, monitor your tests, talk to your cardiologist about all the medications and supplements you use, even natural ones. Many people don't realize that interactions between supplements and medications are one of the main causes of preventable complications in older adults. Don't hide anything from your doctor. They are your partner on this journey. Remember, you don't need to look for miraculous solutions. Science already shows us that cardiovascular health is built through simple, consistent habits aligned with the body's needs. A strong and healthy heart is the result of choices made every day, and you have the power to start making those choices right now. In the next section, we'll talk directly about how to turn this information into practical action, reinforcing your motivation and helping you take the first step today. Now that you've received all this valuable information, the most important moment has arrived: how to turn it into practical action in your daily life. Because truly, information without action changes nothing. What transforms health, the body, and life are the small steps you choose to take from today onward. Let's quickly recap. You've learned that there are 5 vitamins widely consumed by seniors that, when taken in excess or unnecessarily, can silently harm the heart. We saw that the problem isn't just the supplement itself, but the accumulated excess, interactions with medications, and the lack of medical supervision. We also discussed safe, natural alternatives to protect your heart and keep your cardiovascular health on track. Now I ask you, what will be your next step? Maybe you need to open the drawer where you keep your supplements and check which ones you're currently using. Ask yourself, do I really need this? Did a doctor advise me to take it? Have I done tests to know if I'm deficient in this nutrient? This simple act of questioning is already a profound act of self-care. Maybe you need to look at your daily diet and notice where you can make simple adjustments. Can you include more fresh vegetables? Reduce ultra-processed foods? Replace sugary drinks with water, natural teas, or fresh juices? Maybe the step you need to take is emotional. Commit to caring more for your body, respecting the signs it gives you, seeking more movement during the day, more moments of rest, and more presence in the relationships that make you feel good. But here comes an essential guideline I need to reinforce. Consult a medical specialist. Do not make decisions about stopping supplements, changing doses, or altering medications on your own. A cardiologist, an experienced general practitioner, or a geriatrician can evaluate your individual case, order tests, review your medication list, and guide you based on what your body truly needs. What works for one person may not be right for another, and medical supervision is the safest path to making the right decisions. I want to emphasize this. You are not alone on this journey. Caring for your heart is not something you do just for yourself. You do it for those who love you, for the family who wants to see you well, for the friends who still want to share stories, for the grandchildren who want to play with you, for the dreams you still want to fulfill. Every small action you take today is an investment in your future. Every walk, every balanced meal, every good night's sleep, every conscious decision about what you put into your body is a vote in favor of a longer, healthier, fuller life. I also invite you to share this. Bring this information to someone you love. Many people take vitamins without even knowing they're at risk. Sometimes a simple video, a conversation, or an alert can open someone's eyes and make a huge difference. Be the person who spreads awareness, not fear, not panic, but useful, practical, and transformative information. And I want to hear from you. What was the main lesson you took from this? What tip do you plan to put into practice today? Write it in the comments. I read all the comments, and your stories, questions, and suggestions help shape the next content on this channel. And if this video helped you, show your presence. Comment 1, so I know you're with me. If you think we can improve, comment 0 and tell me how we can grow together. Don't forget to like this video, share it with someone who needs to hear this, and subscribe to the channel to continue receiving practical, science-based content made to help you live with more health, strength, and joy. You deserve a strong heart, a healthy body, and a peaceful mind. And all of that is within your reach. Not tomorrow, not next week, but starting today, right now, with the choices you make. I am here with you on this journey. Let's go together.